If you're losing weight, but you're also feeling weaker, flatter, and more tired, it's possible you're making a very common mistake. The weight going down on the scale doesn't necessarily mean you're getting healthier. And for a lot of men over 30, it could actually mean the opposite. So, over the next few minutes, I want to explain what this mistake is, why it happens, and give you some practical advice so that you can avoid it in future. Now, when most people think about losing weight, they tend to focus on creating a calorie deficit. Eat less, move more. And a calorie deficit is essential for weight loss to happen. But we don't want to just lose weight, we want to lose fat. The problem is that when you create a calorie deficit, your body needs to find that missing energy from somewhere. Now, in an ideal world, it would go straight to your fat stores and start using that. However, fat is easy to store, and through years of evolution, our bodies have learned that having some extra fat on standby is very useful in an emergency. It's what helped us survive long periods with scarce resources before we had fridges and McDonald's. Now, muscle is metabolically very expensive. It requires calories just to keep it. And if we're not using muscle, what's the point in keeping it? Because our body is always trying to make the most efficient decision, it makes sense that if we're in a deficit and we aren't using our muscle, we might start consuming that as an energy source. From your body's perspective, fat is more useful as a long-term energy reserve. This creates a big problem in most common weight loss advice. Eat less and spend hours on the treadmill. Well, doing that could actually be making you weaker and softer. Not ideal, especially for those of us over the age of 30. Here's an all too common scenario. A guy starts to notice he's put on a few pounds. He wants to start looking after himself. So he decides to go on a diet and take up running. As for weight training, well, he's trying to lose weight, not build muscle, so why bother lifting weights? And after a few weeks, he notices that the weight on the scale has started to drop. Therefore, it must be working. But this is the issue. Yes, his weight has dropped, but he feels weaker and he feels like he has less energy than he did before. What's happened is a mixture of fat loss and muscle loss. Now, I'm not saying that you should stay away from cardio. Far from it. I think cardio is essential for your physical and mental health, and everyone should make some kind of effort to get some kind of cardio in. But it's not the only tool that we have. The solution? Protein and resistance training. If you want to lose weight in such a way that you get to keep your hard-earned muscle mass, it's important to tell your body that. Remember, your body is always trying to make the right decision for you. When we create a deficit without providing enough protein or doing any resistance training, we're not giving your body the stimulus or resources it needs to make the best decision. Lifting weights sends a clear signal to your body. We need this muscle. Use the fat instead. Now, you don't need to start training like a bodybuilder or even join a gym if you don't want to. Just a few well-structured sessions each week, making sure to work all your major muscle groups with enough effort to send a strong stimulus is enough. So, for example, 3 full body workouts and 2 to 4 sets for each exercise. As a general guideline, most people do well with around 8 hard sets per muscle group per week, assuming recovery is good. Protein gives your body the raw materials it needs to maintain muscle while you're in a deficit. You can't build a house without bricks, and you can't build muscle without protein. As a general guideline, most research says we should aim for 1.6 to 2 grams of protein per kilo of body weight, or 0.7 to 1 grams per pound of body weight. Remember, low calories plus low protein and no resistance training provides a perfect environment for muscle loss. Low calories plus high protein with a structured resistance training program provides a perfect environment for fat loss. Now, this can get misunderstood, but the routine you have for building muscle and the routine you have for losing fat don't have to be drastically different. It's not like to build muscle, you lift heavy and eat everything in the kitchen, and to lose fat, you starve yourself and spend hours on the treadmill. The only real difference you need to be aware of is energy balance. If you're in a surplus, you'll gain. If you're in a deficit, you'll lose. In both scenarios, you're eating plenty of protein and lifting weights. For guys over 30, improving your body composition isn't just about looking better. It's about feeling better, having more energy, being more capable, and hopefully living a few years longer as well. Anyway, hope you found that useful. Let me know if you have any thoughts or questions in the comments, and I'll see you next time.